Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day today. I know it's been a couple days since I've been here. I actually was going to do just a limited live stream tonight, but because I haven't been here for 2 days, I figured, and I've been pretty limited this week, I figured I'd go ahead and just do the free reading. So, hopefully, you guys can appreciate that. I am going to do the free reading. We've done this the last couple of live streams that we've had. As soon as I hit 25 likes, I am doing a free reading giveaway. You do have to be here to be present to win, but it's a free tarot reading. You guys can ask any question. I normally charge at least $8 for that. So it's just something that you're getting for free as a thank you for making sure that you guys are supporting my channel by liking the live stream. And then that's basically just at any point during this live stream, if we hit 25 likes, then we make a list of everyone that's here and we do a giveaway. If you guys can't stick around but want a chance to win, my recommendation is to just keep checking back periodically, and hopefully you can be here once we hit the 25 likes. It has been an achievable goal. The last 3 times we did it, we hit it every single time. So it's definitely attainable. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the free yes no's now. All right, so I have Ian, I have Sophie, Ray, Smiley, Star, Amy, hey Margaret, Galilea, and I'm just going to be working through these lists, guys. If I skip you completely, feel free to let me know, but wait until I get through the free list first before commenting on that, only because it's a little bit frustrating on my end considering like I'm getting through the list. I'm human. I can make a mistake and accidentally miss you, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to get to you, okay? All right, so this is for Ian. Ian, yes, you can be added, absolutely. I don't see your question, so just make sure you post it in the chat. It's a yes or no tonight. I'm using the pendulum to answer these questions. Sophie, I'm getting a no right now. It doesn't mean it can't change, but it's just a stronger no than a yes at this time. Ray, he does not know for a fact, but he does have his suspicions, but he hasn't been told directly that this is the case. Smiley, this is an interesting question. I'm having a hard time. Hold on. Just bear with me a little bit longer. Okay, I'm getting a yes, Smiley, for you. I just don't know if it's something you want to do, and maybe that's why I'm getting some resistance. But I feel like it's a good idea for now. Star, I am getting a yes for you. All right, so I have Amy, Galilea, I have Margaret, hi Mercy. Mercy, just post your question in the chat. I have Lisa, You're welcome, Sophie. Okay, Mercy, I've got you. Mercy, I'm going to ask your first question about missing you because yes, no questions can't be multiple things you're asking. Missing and thinking about you can sometimes be two different questions. So we're going to just go with, is he missing you? Okay. Rising, I have your question. Smiley said, no, I don't want to. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Rising, thank you for the donation. Rising, you should be after Crow's Nest. She did a pre order tonight. Everyone that pre orders, just know that you are immune to line skips, meaning that if you order in advance of the live stream, you will not be skipped, even if someone pays for a skip. So that's a perk of pre ordering. And if you're never sure if I'm going to be on or not, follow me on lunaaffinity@yahoo.com because I usually will post a story if I'm going live or if I'm not going live. And you can always message me on there and I get to you as soon as I can. So if you have any questions about that, you can always just reach out to me and ask. Zoe, I have your question. Star, you're welcome. Hey, Holly, I have your question. Amira, I have your question. All right, let's get through these really quickly now. We have Amy. I recently found a pink little bunny squishy randomly in a Walmart while with Christy and Kendall. Was this a sign from Eli? Because I have him. Oh, you gave him squishies. Okay, got you. Are they like plushies, like stuffed animal type things? All right, so let me get a yes or no for Amy, please, and her question. Amy, I am getting a strong yes for you. I just was brought back to your question before when you asked what signs, and I told you that it's like inside jokes or like sentimental things that are personal to the two of you together are going to be signs that he'll send to you. That's the strongest. So I do feel like that was confirmed there, but I am getting a yes. Galilea, I'm getting a yes for you. Hi, I Rise. Welcome in. Amira, I have your question. Squishy toy things. Amy, I'm sure you know what you're talking about. I just don't know personally. I Rise. Yes, you can donate. Absolutely. Just a reminder, guys, if I can get to 25 likes during this live stream, as soon as I do, we will be doing a free tarot reading giveaway. You must be present to win. But I Rise, yes, you can absolutely donate. Amy, you're welcome. Daisha, I have your question. Holly says, Amy, I'm with you. I just recently got a sign from my deceased husband. My phone played our song. Oh, that's so nice. Let's see. Galilea, you're welcome. Oh, that's sweet, Amy. That's awesome. We only have 10 likes that we need to get before I'm doing a free tarot reading giveaway, guys. So if you haven't had a chance to like the live stream, definitely encourage you to do so. You will increase your chances of winning a free tarot reading tonight. Margaret says, will I be able to avoid the call when Paul calls? Let's see. Margaret, I am getting a yes for you on that one. Lisa. Lisa, I'm getting a yes. Mercy. Mercy, I'm getting a no on that one. Rising. Rising. So that is a question of free will, but I am seeing that you're going to get back to it. The message is sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we have too much going on in our personal lives. And we have to prioritize ourselves and our own mental health. And in this line of work, it's really difficult to do that. You forget to do that. And so, yes, you will get back to it because it is a passion of yours. It's something that gives you purpose. But I do feel like sometimes we can lose our way when we're giving too much of ourselves. So just know that when you're not feeling excited about it or motivated to do it, it's okay. And that's just time you need for yourself, but you'll get back to it. It happens to the best of us. I will update the donation list momentarily, but I want to let you guys know that the first person on my list is Crow's Nest, and then after that I have Rising. So if you want to donate, there's only 2 people ahead of you. I see that people are commenting. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. Give me just a second. Zoe, I am getting a yes for you. Marta, hello. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Marta, I have your question. Hey, Melanin Queen, welcome in. You're welcome, Margaret. Melanin, I've got you. You're welcome, Rising. All right. Holly, I am getting a no for that one. Maybe that will resonate with you. I'm not sure, but we can change this, okay? We have the power to change these outcomes. So if that's your goal, maybe make some adjustments. Amira. Amira, I'm getting a yes for you. Daisha. Daisha, I'm getting a yes for that one. Ray, thank you so much for the donation. I'm going to post the donation list here. First, we have Crow's Nest, and that's immune to skips. Then we have Rising, and then we have Ray. Irise said she wanted to donate. I haven't seen it yet, so Irise, if you do end up donating, just let me know. And I'm looking. I think that's everyone. If I missed someone on the donation list, let me know. We're still getting through the free readings right now. I have Marta and Melanin Queen on the list. Crow's Nest, if you're here, if you can please check in with me. Guys, we're only 8 likes away from a free reading giveaway. Hey, Crow's Nest, how are you? So I'm looking at the donation and it looks like we have a BOGO for you. Is that correct? This is for Marta. Marta, I am getting a yes. It was a slow to start, so maybe through the separation that you guys are experiencing or the disconnect, it could be difficult for maybe the feelings for you to be as strong or intense as they were at one point. But it's still holding on. Those feelings are still there for you. So I'm getting a yes on your question, Marta. Melanin, I'm getting an immediate yes for your question. All right, guys, that is it for the free list. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Holly said, could it mean I'm moving sooner? Holly! Well, let me see. How is your question worded? Let's see. Did you say within 6 months or did you say in 6 months? Yeah, you asked if you'll be moving in the next 6 months. So I suppose it could be translated that it could be sooner, but I viewed that question as like between now and 6 months. So probably not, but I don't know. I don't know how a spirit would interpret that question. Let's see. Bogo, perfect. Melanin, yay, how exciting. Crow's Nest, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Holly, you're welcome. You're welcome, Melanin Queen. Yes, so true. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Marta. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the free reads now. I also wanted to let everyone know we're not super busy in here right now. I think there's just a couple people. But my cousin and I both are tarot readers, and I don't know if you guys know of her, but she used to do live readings all the time with a girl named Billy. She went by Cancerian Clairvoyant. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not. That was a couple years ago. But I plan on doing readings with her. We're probably going to do like love readings and fertility readings as a collaboration. So I am working on that with her to get our thumbnails going and get our promotions going. And my hope is that we'll be able to do this sometime next week. So if you guys see a collaboration with me soon, that will be with my cousin. All right, so this is for Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest, we're shuffling for you now. Crow's Nest, for this month, we have Two of Cups. Ooh. Does it make sense that you would be torn between two different people, potentially? Or maybe torn between your head and your heart with someone? I feel like this is a connection you've already got going right now. I see a lot of movement and communication between you and someone. Is this someone she already knows? I am getting a yes on that one. So there's a person in your life that maybe you rejected before, or they were not really giving to you as much as you would have liked. This person's coming in really strong this month. You don't have a connection. I'm wondering if it's someone that, I don't know. I'm getting a strong feeling that you know this person. So I'm like, is it someone that things just didn't work out? It stopped before it started kind of vibe. But there's the Four of Cups here. So that indicates to me that this is someone who maybe we kind of turned our nose up at before, not in like a rejection type of way, but just someone we just didn't see as an option for us. So it seems like there's like a change of heart or something. Let me see. What sign is this, Spirit? What sign is this? Can you give me a sign for this person we're communicating about? Two of Cups keeps coming in strong. That's the third time I've pulled this crow's nest. What sign is this, please? Do you know a Scorpio? Or I'm also getting some earth sign, some strong earth sign vibes. The strongest card I'm getting right now is Scorpio and Virgo, but there's a little bit of Cancer here. Yeah, that's the hard part about sun signs, is that while I can pick up that energy, the cards don't guarantee that sign, because there's a lot of that can influence a person. So it's really hard for me to like pinpoint the star sign situation. Okay, let me just double check. Is this someone she knows? Can you double confirm? Is this someone she knows? Okay, is this someone she's ever been interested in before? I am getting a yes. You'll recognize this person. Okay, let me ask what the extent of their relationship was. What was the extent of this relationship between them thus far? I'm kind of getting crow's nest. This is someone who like was very, very into you, and maybe you just weren't as sure, but you definitely picked up like signs that this person is interested in you. I'm getting like they were more for it than you were. Not that you weren't interested, but like, I don't know, there's someone coming in pretty strong that really, really like was into you. Well, if it was someone I was into, I hope they have good intentions. Yeah, like I'm not getting that you weren't into them. I just feel like this person had a stronger like attraction to you. Like stronger feelings, or just really was taken by you. And you might have been more on the fence. That's what it feels like to me. But I'm getting like strong pursuit here. I feel like this person's coming in pretty strong this month. Let's see. I hope I'm not reading into the future, because sometimes that happens to me and I get ahead of myself. So just keep in mind that like if someone comes in who's like really making advances towards you, and you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe, but I'm not quite sure kind of vibe, maybe I could be reading into future energy a little bit too much. But it felt like this was someone that you knew. Ace of Cups. You keep getting like the Two of Cups over and over and over, and Ace of Cups over and over and over. I feel like this person's smitten by you. Like they just think that you hang the moon in the stars. Judgment does talk about feeling clarity, or feeling like you can breathe again, like you can start over again, like things feel good. That's interesting. Yeah. Two of Cups again. Crow's Nest. This is like the fourth or the fifth time I put this card back in this deck, and it's popped out again. This is the second time Knight of Cups has come in. Well, just keep in mind, Crow's Nest, that that's the vibe that I was getting. I will admit if I'm wrong and this person comes in and you never knew them before, but maybe it's just because I was getting that card of recognition. Maybe you guys just hit it off really well. Like maybe it just feels very natural and not strained or awkward. And that recognition could indicate, like, if you believe in past lives, maybe it's a soul you've come across before or something. It is crazy, girl. It's crazy. What is your next question? I feel like this person wants to be with you, like in a relationship with you. They're like, but they're almost like a dog, like panting and wagging its tail is kind of what I'm seeing. Like they'll take whatever you'll give. You know what I mean? I'm getting like major simp vibes. Like, tell me what you want, I'll do whatever you want. Like, um, which we can love that, right? We can love that, especially if we're into men who are like super alpha. It's like if they're a simp just for us, it's like it's a good feeling. My next question is, what are Hugo's next actions towards me? Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, okay. What are Hugo's next actions towards Crow's Nest in the future? Holy shit. So you guys have been in a certain energy together and you guys are moving out of that energy into something really, really nice. I have the lovers and the sun. So maybe there's just been some questioning about what this is or something. Not in necessarily a bad way, but maybe just kind of like a what's going to happen here? And I feel like you guys are moving out of that energy with the 8 of Cups. It's like, okay, that pattern is like coming to an end and you guys are moving into something better. You said he is someone who fits your description last read. I wanted commitment with him. He said he wanted it and chickened out. We aren't talking right now. I had to cut him off just for context. Interesting. Um, yeah, that kind of does fit the description, doesn't it, of the last person I read for. Well, he's probably coming in hard and fast then, because if this is the person I was tapping into in the last read, this indicates that he's done a complete 180. And also with the start of this reading, talking about the 8 of Cups, like him abandoning like that pattern of who he was, and you guys moving out of that energy into the lovers and the sun. To me, that feels like there's a lot more fun, excitement, enthusiasm, um, quality time, affection, things of that nature is kind of what it feels like you guys are coming into here. What are his actions? What are his actions, please? What are his actions in the near future? Would it make sense that he's like highly attracted to you? Like, makes his attraction very known for you? Like, he's just like very into you in that way? Like, is he verbal about this? Because I'm picking up on this person having like you turn him on so much. I don't know why, I'm just getting that energy. As long as his intentions are good, I'd be down. Aw, I love that. Yeah, he had a crush on me for 6 months before we dated. Yeah, wildly attractive, right? Because I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting like this vibe, but he just like always he always had something like sexual to say or do. Like, he always wanted to be touching you or talking about you or to you in that way. Like, and I don't necessarily feel like disrespectful, but it was like this attraction that was extremely heightened. And I feel like for him, it was difficult for him to keep it to himself or control it. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. Oh my god, like send me a picture. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of situation, like always wanting to see you. I don't know. It's kind of funny. But he's showing up as an emperor crow's nest. That's what we like to have in a reading. is the Emperor energy, because this is like someone who's ready to step up, hold themselves accountable, be a partner for you in whatever stage of life that looks like. Ooh, we've got Capricorn energy coming through with the Devil. So if I wasn't picking up on that sexual chemistry before, I'm definitely getting it now. Maybe he just hasn't really experienced that type of heightened like desire for someone ever or since, and this could really have him questioning, like, did I screw this up? You know, like, is this something I can come back from? Because I feel like there's like not necessarily regret, because I feel like sometimes people just do things that they think is best in the moment, and they can't be too hard on themselves forever. But so I don't necessarily feel like he regrets it, but I think he's learned from it. And I think that he's wondering, maybe I wasn't ready then, but could I be ready now? I definitely see communication here, Page of Swords and Justice, him coming forward with the truth. So maybe saying some things to you that you've been needing to hear from him. I think also it's really important to him to find out what you've been up to lately. He wants to know. We're ending this reading with the Ten of Pentacles. So this indicates to me that he still wants to be a part of your life. Did you have any questions about this? You said, yeah, that's him. That's true. Yeah, that could have scared him. Maybe so, girl. Maybe so. Also, Crow's Nest, thank you for the pre-order tonight. No, that was actually a really good read. Yes, awesome. I'll have to let you know how it goes. Of course, of course. That sounds great, Crow's Nest. I love updates. If you guys ever have like any feedback or confirmations on anything, I would love to hear it. You can send me a message on Instagram, or you can comment underneath the video that I gave you the reading for confirmation. I just love hearing you guys come back and tell me what came through for you. I don't necessarily need the feedback, because I do feel like I have that what is it, confidence, I suppose you could say, that I needed that feedback earlier on, where I needed to understand if I'm reading properly or reading your energy properly. But it is really, really nice to hear, get those confirmations. It's nice to see you guys that maybe a reading didn't resonate at that time, but like 3 months later, it's making so much more sense. I just really love to hear from you guys. So, all right, Crow's Nest, thank you so much. So, next up, we have Rising Storm. Rising, I don't know if you're here yet, but I just read your second question. And that's why I was laughing, because I feel like you're starting to see now the things I'm saying. These little subtle signals are starting to align here. All right, this is for Rising. Okay, so the first card out I have, I'm pulling some Oracle to get some variation for you, Rising. So I'll do both. I'll do a mix of both, though. I know you like tarot. So I have the first card is action. Um, it's the number 17, which translates to the number 8. 8 is a very strong and powerful number. It also has two little horses on it, and that to me indicates freedom. So I feel like he's saying, I want to break free, I want to act, I'm ready to overcome this hardship that I have been facing recently when it comes to you. And we have, oh, I love this. I have fifth chakra. So that is the throat chakra, which means that he is opening up the energy here in this throat area. So I feel like communication is going to be really, really big, because as we all know, with a blocked throat chakra, it can indicate that we don't speak up when we need to. We don't say the things that are on our mind or on our heart when we have the chance to say them. And I feel like this activated throat chakra indicates to me that there's words that are on the way to you that have been a long time coming, something that you have been needing to hear for a while. I do have Healer of the Ages as well. And this indicates to me that there is some type of like divine blessing over your relationship with each other or over your union. And he is feeling, do you know the word kismet? Like he's feeling like there's something more to this with you. Like he's feeling like this, your purpose in his life has greater meaning. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, interesting. I have the community card, which is the third party with the broken heart. So I feel like that's just acknowledgement of the fact that he's allowed too many things to get in the way of your relationship, things that he probably should have taken care of a long time ago. I think that it might hurt him to think that he's missed out on all this time with you that he could have had if he had just not been indecisive. I think that he's being grateful for your patience as well. He cares about your connection. He appreciates you as well. You guys have a telepathic connection as well. I have sixth chakra, third eye. Times I think that you might know what he's thinking, even if you guys aren't communicating. I also feel like he feels very rooted by you, by the thought of you. There's also a lot of sexual energy and groundedness. So it's like sexual energy, groundedness, the root chakra vibe. I do feel like he feels like he's gaining his power. So he's feeling stronger these days. He's feeling like it doesn't really matter what other people think. It doesn't really matter how things look from the outside. He's getting braver. Does that make sense? He's getting more fearless. He's just like, fuck this shit. Like, I've been doing what I thought was right this whole time, worrying about other people's opinions, taking everyone else into consideration, and I'm not happy. So I need to start just worrying about what's good for me, because clearly the other way wasn't doing me any favors. Wow, how am I going to interpret this? Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. I think he's excited because so the last reading I got that action / freedom card, and the Page of Cups has always been this like fly by the seat of your pants, be spontaneous, do what you want, be unique. March to the beat of your own drum. Don't care about what anybody else thinks. He thinks this is going to make him happier. I have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. I think also there's like this enthusiasm about being able to fantasize about what are things going to be like for me if I just do what I want, if I just follow those impulses. I am getting a message that that's how he is going to reach out to you for the first time. It's going to be on a whim. Rising, I think he's just tired of holding back. I think he's tired of like thinking through things way too much. It's unnecessary. So we kind of touched on this before, but I'm getting that message again and a lot more strong that when he comes forward to you and you guys have your conversation face to face or however it is, it's very unexpected, it's very spontaneous. It's like a almost like his body is starting to move before his brain even catches up. This is definitely a very hasty interaction. And again, I got that message a while back, but it's coming through even stronger that when he communicates with you that this is just going to be like a he's going to literally just try to shut his brain off and just get over to you. um how is he feeling? So he's showing you here that you're his ideal woman, you're his hope, his ideal person. I have the Empress and the Two of Cups as well as the Star. I think that he's excited for being able to explore your relationship, being able to discover all these like questions in his head and now actually be able to see them play out in real life. This is actually pretty good. I like this reading a lot because I almost feel like I'm starting, instead of speaking in future tense, I'm almost starting to feel like things are aligning, like we're coming into the present. We're very close to the present. And when I get this feeling, it means that something is going to happen soon. So I always do the readings and ask you about like what's like I always ask what's going to happen in the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I always answer as if it's like a month away or 2 months away, but now it feels like it's like tomorrow, or next week. It feels very close, and I don't really know how else to explain it outside of that. So if you don't have any questions about that reading, I'm going to go ahead and answer your second question. Just let me know. Ray is after that. So Ray, if you want to let me know what your question is, feel free to do that or just get ready to go. Leo Moon Goddess, I saw that you just donated. So you will be after Ray. Keeping in mind that anybody that would like to skip the line can do so. It's $5. If you skip the line, just let me know in the chat. You're welcome. Wow, thank you, Luna. Sorry I stepped away. I had to take care of my daughter. That's awesome. Oh, you're welcome, Leo Moon. Yes, absolutely, Rising. I think it's great. All right, shuffling for your second question now. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting, Rising, I haven't even pulled cards yet, but the first thing I'm getting is a lot of side eye, a lot of shade. But here's the thing. I personally don't think that she said anything like about it to him. I don't think she feels like she's in a place to insert her opinion. Things are a little too fragile for him right now. And I think that despite not having good feelings about it, feeling like she's going to be pushed out or there's some type of threat to her relationship with him, she doesn't feel like she's able to make a big deal about it. Like, for example, if they were in a relationship, she could literally get on his case about it and make him feel like complete shit for doing that. But because that's not where they're at, and because she doesn't even know if he would care what she has to say, she just has to stew in her annoyance. She has to just like shove this shit down, and like I think that it's making her feel, yeah, I have the word discipline here. So it's like I don't feel like she's like actually like commented on it to him. I think she just kind of like swallowed her pride, and it's like getting to her. It could be like festering inside, but I don't think that she addressed it with him, but it's definitely making her feel um pretty jealous, I would say. um but it's interesting, I'm not getting jealousy as in like I want him to look at me like that. It's not like that. It's jealousy because you're encroaching on her territory. You're encroaching on her ability to hold power over him. Um, it's not jealousy in like a traditional, like, I want what she has as far as like his feelings for you right now. It's more like this worst fear that she's had for the longest time. She's starting to see it manifest and it's really bothering her. We were getting loneliness here. So this could make her feel very isolated and like on the outside of her life. Like, sorry, on the outside of his life. I also have regret and guilt. So I feel like she's starting to question a little bit the way she's gone about all of this, because I think she's thinking, and not regret or guilt as in like I feel sorry for what I've done here and I'm accepting responsibility, but regret and guilt for thinking if I handle things differently, then maybe I could be in a better situation than I am now. This is all very selfishly motivated. I have the word blame here. So she might actually blame you too for the place that she's in right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Did you witness her address this with him at all? Because I don't think that she did. I think honestly she saw it. Now, do I feel like she might have called somebody and been like, you won't believe what happened, blah, 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 blah. She looked like she liked it, yada, yada, yada. I don't know, whatever she's saying. But it's planted a seed of further doubt in her mind, of worry as well. And I think that she's definitely talked about it to someone. I just don't think it was him. She's brought it up to someone else. So, Rising, let me know if you have any questions about that one. Also, while I have a couple of people in here right now, I wanted to let you guys know that we're 6 likes away from a free reading giveaway. This will be completed tonight. It will be a tarot reading. And all I need is 6 more likes and we can go ahead and get that. We can spin the wheel and see who won a free reading. If we don't get to 25 likes, that's okay. But if you guys want a chance to win a free tarot reading, definitely help me out there. The last 3 times we did this, it was an achievable goal. So I know we can do it again today if we want to. If not, it's not the end of the world, but I do want to offer that opportunity. If you have any questions about it, the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen is letting you guys know the information on it, or you can just ask me in the chat. Our free reading list is closed, however, but there's still a chance to win a free tarot reading as long as I can hit 25 likes. Bree, you actually don't have to do anything. Just like the live stream to help us get to that goal. And then as long as you're here, once we hit 25 likes, you have to be present to win. But as long as you're here, I will send like a call to action to the chat. So usually my subscribers will be like, oh, we hit 25 likes, so let me know. And then I say, okay, everybody, drop a green heart in the chat, for example, and everyone that's here that wants to partake in the giveaway will drop a green chat. I'll add everyone to the list, and then we allow our spin the wheel, to pick at random for someone to win. Sometimes it's only 3 people. If you're the only one in here when we hit 25 likes, then you could be a guaranteed winner. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 5. It just really all depends on when we hit the 25 likes. Now, if you can't hang around, that's okay. But if you want a chance to win, my best advice is to just check back in periodically and try to be here once we get close to that number, so that way you can have that chance to win. Rising said, well, thank you, Luna. It makes sense. Perfect. So glad to hear that. We're going to go ahead and shuffle for Ray. Also, just a heads up on the donation list. We're working on Ray now, then we have Leo Moon after that. There's not much of a wait at all. Hey, James, thanks for the donation. I'll add you to the list in just a second, James. You'll be after Leo Moon, okay? Rising, thank you again for your donation. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and always supporting. All right, let's take a look. Where are we at, guys? How many likes are you seeing? Bria, if you're still in here, my recommendation is to just stick around for now, because we seem to be really, really close to our goal right now. So yeah, we're very close. So I would just stick around for a little while longer. As people come in, they know that this is something that I offer. And so we'll probably hit that goal really soon. All right, so this is for Ray. James, yes, I will timestamp you. I will do that. I'm also, we'll probably send you a message on Instagram as well when we get started, okay? All right, why does JW suspect that one of his friends has feelings? Let's take a look here. Why does JW suspect that one of his friends has feelings? All right, Ray. So the message that I'm getting is it's the way that he acts when you're around, but more specifically, like when you're communicating with someone else in front of the friend. Like, I'm trying to understand this because I don't know what your dynamic is. So, for example, if JW and his friends and you are all like hanging out, he could probably sense the look on his friend's like energy and face. Like if this person sees you talking to another guy, for example, or even the energy that comes off of him towards him, even if you're communicating to someone very platonically, or just being very friendly with the attention not on him, it can make him feel a little bit jealous. I think that JW might just sense this like change in energy in him, so it almost feels like he sees a shift in him when you're around. And especially like if you communicate with someone else, it could be like maybe feelings of jealousy possibly, especially if this happens in front of them. You say never around the friend. Never around the friend. Never around the friend. The guy just knows I'm cool with JW now. Yeah, I don't think it's anything that he has communicated, but I'm getting like a shift in his energy when. So you said you're not around him. So maybe when your name is brought up, then maybe there is just some type of I don't know how to explain it. You know, like if your friend is crushing on someone and someone brings up their name and their energy shifts and they're trying to like hide the fact that they have feelings for this person. So they'll like really downplay it or act like they're fine or unbothered when they're hearing information about their crush. Your friend's not really ready to say anything to anyone about it. And they try to act cool. They try to play it cool. when the crush is around or their name is brought up. There's like a shift in energy, and like that's the main thing I'm getting, this shift in energy. So maybe if the friend hears about you, hears what's going on in your life, maybe if JW brings them up. I don't think it's been a direct conversation. Like, that's the point. I think it's just if your name's been brought up around them, then he can sense the shift in his friend's energy. He may even try to very like nonchalantly ask about you and try to like really downplay it. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting, is this very like indifferent Four of Cups, like I'm not interested, but it's very clear that he's interested kind of thing. Yeah, but the main thing that they keep telling me is that this has not been directly communicated conversation. So he doesn't know for sure, but he definitely has his suspicion. Did you want to follow up to that, Ray? Did you have like a follow up to that question? JW talks about me and other guys around him, and he feels a shift in his energy. Yes, if you're clarifying, that is exactly what I'm picking up. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Will he ever tell JW? Next up after Ray, we have Leo Moon Goddess. Leo Moon looks like she donated for a in-depth reading. Leo Moon, did you want a love spread for someone in particular, or did you want a open-ended freestyle reading for a love? Hey Paula, welcome in. Will he ever tell JW? Will he ever tell JW? Will he ever tell JW? Wow, interesting. I'm getting a Seven of Cups in reverse. There's a message here for you, Ray, but I'm trying to gather it. I am getting a no. I just don't think that he has any intention on acting on this like crush or feelings. And so therefore he at this time has chosen not to reveal this information. Now that could change, of course. Anything can change when someone changes their mind, but right now it feels like a no, that there's no intention on giving into that information. I think that reality would be that unless and until things develop further or he has more opportunity to spend with you or something like that, right now it's just an attraction or a general curiosity or interest. I just don't think he'll be revealing that information to his friend. You're welcome, Ray. Thanks so much for stopping by. Where are we at on likes? Are we still at 23? Paula, I just saw you donated. Thank you so much. Leo Moon, I'm reading for you now. All right, hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. All right. I probably am only going to leave my donations open for just a little while longer, guys. So let's just do a last call. I will honor a free tarot reading until the very end if we hit 25 likes. Hopefully we can get there before the live stream is over so people don't have to wait too long to find out if they've won. Hey, Star, welcome in. All right, last call for donations, everyone. I'll keep it open for, we'll say, till 9:30 my time. So right now it's 9:23 where I'm at. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream because if I can hit 25 likes, I'm doing a free reading giveaway tonight. Capricorn has finally admitted devastating truths to me. Oh, Leo Moon. That makes me so sad. I am now in no contact since day before he left for his trip overseas on Wednesday. I did not say goodbye. I'm ignoring him. Not sure. I'm just not sure how he's feeling. Is he serious about me? What are his intentions? Will this connection move into a serious committed relationship? Leo Moon Goddess, I'm so sorry. That first sentence just like really hurts me to hear that you're going through that. People don't use the word devastating like unless it really is devastating. So I'm so sorry. Let's shuffle for you now and see what's going on. You're welcome. I'm connecting with your energy, Leo Moon, for your questions that you've got here. Just because it's so heavy, I just want to make sure that I'm properly channeling you, not getting distracted by anything else going on in the chat. All right, so Leo Moon Goddess, I'm actually seeing you shining better on your own without this person. As far as is he serious, I am doing a double check with the pendulum as well, because I just want to confirm that my intuition is matching up with the cards and the cards are aligning with the pendulum, and we're all like in the same place, feeling like I'm getting the correct answer here. Seriousness about you and potential for a serious relationship moving forward. I am getting a no. I got a no with the pendulum for both questions, and I also got a no from the cards, the devil and the five of swords for both questions. And then my intuition was also telling me that. I do have the Queen of Wands here, so I feel like Spirit is trying to say, take heart, Leo, because you are going to be so much better without this person. I don't know if this person feels like they're dulling your shine. um let's just put it this way: if you were to remove your feelings for this person and all of the memories that you have associated with them, right, like those feelings that were developed, you take those out of the equation. Is he making you better? Is he adding value, or is he detracting from your beauty and your sparkle? I have, which I believe you're a Leo. I think we probably talked about that before. But I do have the Queen of Wands here, and it's showing you standing stronger on your own. Last time the reading was opposite. How could things have changed so much? So I think that we underestimate how much things can change when people are in a different headspace. When people are feeling on the up and up, when they're feeling good, when they're feeling excited, um, anything can come and throw a wrench in their plans, or their intentions, and things can completely change. Like, for example, someone can be all about you, very into the relationship, and then they get distracted by a hot new piece, and they can start crushing out on this new person. And then that's how third party situations happen. And then instead of putting all their energy and focus on you, they're putting it on this new interest that's caught their eye. And so your reading before they met this person could be great, it could be on the right track, and then suddenly this person comes in and just like completely derails everything you guys were working on. Not saying that's what's happening, I'm just trying to explain how a trajectory can change, because that person makes that decision to, instead of investing in the person he's already with, into someone else, and then things just start falling apart. um, Decisions could be made for them, like, for example, um, we're just going to go with this military um, example. Maybe someone doesn't realize that they're going to be taken away and they're going to be long distance. Maybe their work takes them to another state. Maybe before they felt like they were heading in the right direction, and then a decision was made for them, and now they're feeling not so sure, not so confident. Or they could have just been very positive, very excited, very into someone, and then realizing that once the newness wore off, or the honeymoon stage wore off, that things are starting to get very real. Real personalities are coming out. Now we're starting to question things. Sometimes we can be in a very like high manic state, if you will, very much like into someone, love bombing them, all of that stuff. And then we can get into a more depressive episode. And then we want nothing to do with them, and we just want to be by ourselves. Nothing is set in stone, and everything is very much dependent on circumstances and choices that we make. So that's my best explanation as to why things can change so dramatically. There's multiple examples I just gave, which is very unfortunate. But when we make a decision for ourselves to do something differently, or we change our way of thinking, or we're not putting as much energy into someone as we did before, things can start to look very dull, and we can start to change our minds. Or when something comes from the outside of us, maybe we could want everything with that relationship, maybe we could really want that person, but then something comes in and derails that plan, like being called overseas, or being told you have to relocate for a job. it's very hard to always know how things are going to go. And the second that someone makes a decision or a decision is made for them can completely change the trajectory of the future. Every decision we make, like the butterfly effect, every decision we make brings us closer to our higher self or further away, and we can change an outcome like in a matter of seconds. We can change our whole entire future. um he said, oh, nice. You're a Leo moon. Perfect. Oh, that makes sense. Leo moon goddess. Duh. That makes sense. He confessed that a relationship that he distanced himself, that he was wanting to leave and let go. Wait, hold on. He confessed that a relationship that he distanced himself, that he was wanting to leave it and let go. He said he is overwhelmed and in the process of stepping out. He never told me about this relationship. Oh, got you. Got you, Lee Moon. Um, wow. Leo Moon, I'm so sorry. I hate how deceptive people can be at the and just so like inconsiderate for your feelings. Um, all at the expense of like how that would make you feel just because they're doing something that's more selfish. I'm really sorry that that happened. He's been trying to tell me that he doesn't want a traditional relationship, yet seemed to be getting closer and closer with me the last of the reading. So Leo Moon, my thought process about that reading would be that he's confused. That he yeah, that makes sense. That he would be confused. Like I think I don't want to generalize, but I think that anybody, but especially men, can feel that they want something one day and then change their mind the next day. Um, but women can do it too. You know, we all can do it. And it doesn't mean that he wasn't wanting that, but it just means that maybe he was confused. The problem with feelings is that they're not stable. We can literally go through an array of emotions in one day. We can be super groggy and frustrated in the morning. We can be enthusiastic and energetic by the afternoon. We can be crying by 4 or 5 o'clock. And then we can be feeling like really cozy and warm inside before you go to bed. Like we are our emotions are very fluid. And that's why it's hard to say like if someone's making intentions out of feelings, it's going to fluctuate. You would hope that it wouldn't fluctuate so dramatically and drastically, but that's why it's feelings, because it's really hard to keep them consistent. um I think that it sounds like there's a lot of variables that are going on that even I'm not fully aware of. You might not be fully aware of, but it seems like there's a lot of variables here that can make someone feel different for you day to day and not really sure what they want. And I think that it's not really fair for you to be hung up in the middle of that confusion. Like, you shouldn't have to sit here and ride. Like, he can be on a roller coaster, but you do not have to be sitting next to him while he's figuring that shit out. Um, and it's really hard when you've invested a lot of time into someone because you're like, wow, what a waste. But sometimes we have to just let people figure things out and not put ourselves through that. Then he went and texted me the day he arrived in Europe to let me know he landed safely. Why would he even care, even after sending him a scathing text the day before? I've been feeling that he's not pleased that I pulled back and have no contact with him. Thank you, Ray. We'll be pulling a winner here after this reading with Leo Moon. Um, Leo Moon, it's very clear that he has an attachment to you. Um, but it's important for us to recognize when someone just likes having access to us over wanting a commitment with us. There's a huge difference between someone wanting access to you than committing to you. And it seems like he just has too much shit going on in his life at this time to really be able to give you a clear answer. And I'm getting right now that he's just not in the place for being serious. I think that he has other things to figure out. I think it's a good thing that he was upfront with you and honest with you? I do. I think finally, by being honest and coming clean to you, is definitely a courtesy and more considerate than he has been. But how are you supposed to trust that he's? How do you ever trust that he's being honest with you ever again? That's a tough one. That's difficult. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me know the update on the views. I'm gonna pick a winner here in just a minute. Yeah, so that's like really difficult. As far as his intentions right now, I'm getting that he's just trying to figure it out. I don't feel like he's gonna fully step away from you, Leo Moon. As long as you're responding to him, he might deal with rejections for a little while. I agree with you that he's not pleased that you pulled back, and he might deal with rejection for a little while and feel like he deserves it. But I think that after a while he could eventually just like pull back from you, maybe try again later to see if he'll get a response. But he's gonna try. Like, if you're gonna give him access to yourself and you do respond to him, he'll continue it. He'll continue to try to have conversation with you, because he has an attachment to you for sure. I think that at this point it's important for you to make the decision for yourself, what you feel is best for yourself in this moment, because you got to think you've been completely honest with him. You haven't been hiding anything. You've really put yourself out there. You put your heart on the line. You've developed feelings for this person. Maybe you've been fantasizing a near future life together. You haven't done anything wrong, and the ball is now in your court to decide what you're going to do. It's in his court to prove himself to you, but it's in your court as far as your boundaries. All right, so let's finish up your reading here. You said, will he work on himself? Let's see. Will he work on himself? This is for Leo Moon Goddess, please. Will he work on himself? Yes, I am getting a yes. I have Judgment. So Judgment talks about a judgment call by trying to self-reflect. The Judgment card also talks about clarity. It talks about truths coming through. So here's the thing, Leo Moon. The one thing that I will say, and I'll finish the reading with this, is that by telling you the truth, by coming forward with this big thing that's probably been weighing on him for a long time, that is showing growth, period. Which is good for him as an individual. It's showing growth. Now, just because someone experiences growth at the expense of you doesn't mean you have to accept that behavior and move on. You can pull yourself out of it and say, good for you for showing growth, for getting brave and coming clean, but that was at the expense of my feelings, and so I do not have to reward you by staying in this connection. So you can separate yourself from him and be like, I'm happy for you that you're growing, but I don't have to expose myself to this if I don't want to any longer. Now, Judgment does show growth. It does show healing. It does show the ability to understand where you went wrong and what you did wrong. And so in that regard, I do feel like he will continue to work on himself. He has to learn these lessons. And so, yeah, I am getting a yes for that. Exactly. I'm so sorry, Leo Moon. All right, so everyone that's in here, we've hit 25 likes. Okay, so let's see, what should I have you guys put? Yeah, let's do a frog. Okay, so everyone that wants to partake in the free reading giveaway, even if you donated tonight, you can participate. Anyone that's in the room right now that wants a chance at a free tarot reading tonight, drop a froggy in the chat for me. You're so welcome, Leo Moon. I'm just wishing you so much healing from this. However it goes, whatever you end up doing. Ray says frog. All right, so I see a frog from Lotus, Leo, Ray. So right now we have 3 people entered into the free reading giveaway. I'm going to give 1 more minute and then we're going to choose. Cherry, if you want a free reading, a free tarot reading, drop a frog in the chat. We're going to pick a winner in just a second here. All right, so just to confirm, I have Lotus Bean. I have Leo Moon Goddess. I have Ray. I have Paula. I have Cherry. I'm going to add Star because I think that's the closest to a frog that she can do. Okay, so Lotus, Leo Moon, Ray, Paula, Cherry, and Star. Those are who I have on the list. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pick now. All right, guys, hopefully you can see that on the screen. We're going to spin the wheel. All right, we are going to spin. Oh, thanks, Paula. Star is the winner. Congratulations. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for hanging out, all the likes. I will be doing this indefinitely. I will let you know. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm trying to do too many things at once. I will always let you know when we're doing these, okay? So if ever you want a chance again, just come back in. We've done this the last 4 or 5 nights. We've had a winner every single night. And they've all been different winners. But you can win more than one time in a week. It's okay. Yes, thank you everyone for liking the live stream, for participating. And hopefully if you didn't win tonight or haven't won yet, you can get a chance to again in the future. It's really nice too because usually there's like only like 5 or 6 people, so it increases your chance every time to win. Okay. So I have Star. Star, you will be my last reading of the night. Donations are closed. I'm not doing any more donated readings this evening, but I should be back tomorrow. So Star, just wait around for your turn, or you can leave your question with me now and come back to your reading whenever you have a second. but you have to be present for your reading to be done. So I'm going to call on you, Star, after Paula. So make sure that you're here. If you can't wait around, that's okay, but drop your question in the chat if you're afraid that you might not be here for your turn. Otherwise, you'll lose out. Okay. Sounds perfect. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Bye, Leo Moon. Thank you as well for congratulating Star. It's always really nice when you guys are congratulating people for winning. All right, so this is for, oh, James. I told him I would timestamp him. Okay, this is for James. Yes, Paula, you can do a timestamp. All right, for James. James is a love option 2. James is a love option 2. You're welcome, Paula. I just need your question. That's all I need. I just need your question. Love option 2. So, James, I'm kind of laughing because I feel like, okay, there is this feeling that you get when you just trust that something is going to be okay. And I don't know if you know what feeling I'm talking about. But I'll tell you this, it's happened to me in my current relationship with my husband, that even when things felt like really bad, because every relationship goes through growing pains, and we've always had a very respectful, healthy relationship with one another, but there's been a lot of habits and like conditioning and like ways of thinking and ways of being that we've really had to work through in this relationship. And even when things felt really bad, because there's been certain times, early on in our relationship, like probably the first year or two, we had a lot of growing pains. We had a lot of things that we had to work through, and there were so many times where I was like, is this gonna work? Like, is this gonna work? I'm grateful we worked it out in the beginning, and I'm going somewhere with this, James, so just stick with me. I'm glad we worked through it, because even it was like in the beginning, a lot of the stuff was happening. I was bringing shit in from my relationships. He was bringing stuff in from his childhood, and it just was like a lot of clashing. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot of stuff to have to work through in the first 2 years of our relationship. Like, is this gonna work? Like, are we gonna be able to ever get somewhere like solid and good? But I always had this like feeling inside that just keep working through it, because whenever we would have an argument, it was never a cycle, really. It was like, deal with it, confront it, we'll try our best, we'll work on it, we'll get better. And then that problem never happened again. And it was never a cycle. And so that kept me hopeful that every time we'd run into some type of block, we could work through that, because it wasn't something that continued to come up in our relationships over and over. We would address it and we'd squash it and be done. And then we were just like working through these little things. So now in our relationship, it feels very solid. Like, we I could honestly say within the last like 5 years, like, we really haven't had anything crazy to work through. And I'm really grateful that we addressed those concerns in the beginning, because now we have a pretty smooth sailing relationship, honestly. Very, very compatible. I was trying to say like simpatico and compatible together. But I will say that even in the very beginning, where things seemed like, is this gonna work? Is this not gonna work? I'm not sure. And we did have like one big like pivotal turning point in our relationship. I will say that I never felt like it was truly over. So I was like hurt, crying. I'm sure he was really sad and like heartbroken. And, we just were really trying to like pick up the pieces of our relationship. I just had this knowing. This is where I'm going with this. I had this knowing that everything would be okay. Kind of like when I got into my car accident and my car flipped a couple of times. I f I felt like this presence of being like, "It's gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay." And it's really hard to explain unless you feel it. Is that you're like, "I should be devastated right now. I should be scared right now. I should be worried right now." But you're like, "But I am not." Like, even though it's not it's never what it looks like on the outside. And I hope that you understand what feeling I'm trying to relay, because it's like no matter the bullshit, no matter the craziness that's swirling around your relationship, you never have that feeling of like, holy fuck, it's over. Like it's really actually over. I've never felt that in this relationship. And I remember before I entered this relationship, my thoughts were, if I can imagine it being over, then it already is. If I can imagine us breaking up, like the second that that happens, the second that I get that feeling for the first time, I know it's not a relationship I should be in anymore. But no matter what happened in this relationship I'm in now, I never felt that feeling. I always just had like this knowing on the outside that it'll be okay. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I do feel that for your relationship. And I hope you know what I'm trying to convey. I feel like no matter what happens on the outside, no matter how complicated it may seem, no matter like what it looks like, there's just this peace and this knowing that everything's going to be okay. And I'm kind of getting like, maybe you felt that before, but I feel like she does too. And that's like the biggest message and takeaway from this love spread, is that she always feels like it's going to be okay in the end. It'll all work out, no matter if like I want to rip his head off. I can't quit you, like I can't quit him. That's what she's saying. So I feel like that's very profound. It's important. Thank you, Paula. I got your question. It's very important that you are to know this, because the 10 of Cups is here. I know you love that. I also have the 6 of Cups, and it's like, I'll always come back to you. He knows it. I'll always come back to you. No matter what I'm thinking, if I'm trying to be independent, I'm trying to assert my independence here. I'm trying to make it clear that, like, I'm my own person and I don't need you and blah, blah, blah. No matter, like, how much resistance I give, I'll always come back to you. Like, you're just one of those people in my life that you're meant to be here. And I do feel like that's what she's saying to you. So, um, yeah, where to go from here? Hold on a second. Let me try to tap into further energy. Um, okay, so we do have Page of Swords. I feel like she's coming through saying, I know that I'm not where you are. I'm always been a little bit behind the curve. I'm not where you're at, but I feel like that's a good thing. She's saying, like, I feel like it's good that I think differently than you. I think it's good that I'm curious about things. I think it's good that I challenge you. And I think it's good that I'm a little bit behind. Like, I feel, James, with your feelings towards her, sometimes they can be a little bit more elevated, a little more advanced. And it may seem to you that she needs to catch up with you. But I feel like she sees it as, well, maybe things aren't that simple. Maybe it's important that I question your narrative. Maybe it's important that I give you a bit of a challenge, and don't make this too easy. Maybe it's important that we see that we can be two individual people in a relationship. Maybe it's a good thing that I'm not where you are just yet, because now we're not rushing into things we're not ready for. And when I say we, I don't necessarily mean like that's how you feel too. I just mean that's like the words I'm hearing from her. She likes that you guys are different. She likes that she's curious. She likes that you're curious. She feels like it's a strength for your relationship. And maybe there's times, James, where you may want her to catch up a little bit sooner. Maybe you want her to be where you're at. Luckily, you have the patience and desire, and ability to let her get there on her own. But I think she's also saying, don't view that as a weakness in me, view that as a strength, because I think that we both bring something to the table. And I know you think very highly of me, and I know that you see my quote unquote potential, but it's important that you also understand that I might not get there. I might go in a different direction. Will you accept me like that? Will you be okay with that? So I think that there's like, this isn't even, this is a very neutral reading. This isn't even like super negative. This isn't super positive. This is just kind of like a very matter of fact, which is kind of like what I'm picking up from her right now. But the main message to take with you from this reading is that she very much feels like you're woven into her life, that like you guys are just being together, being in each other's life, is it just fits, it just makes sense. It's like, how can she not, and how she can't imagine it, you know what I'm saying? She can't imagine her life without you in it. I'm not getting that there's any blocks right now. I think really just time. And the overall energy is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like both of you guys are putting energy into this relationship. You're both trying to make it work. You're both putting effort into it. Maybe it appears different on the outside. Maybe your effort looks different than her effort, but it's mutual effort. Next up, we have Patty's current feelings towards me in our relationship together. Patty's current feelings towards me and our relationship together. Okay, so James, I know in the last reading I was getting that she's picking up, needing to pick up, or no. The advice was wait until she's putting you in her future plans, because then you're gonna know when is a good time to pop the commitment question. The Page of Cups in reverse is indicating that she's still kind of like taking things day to day. She's not thinking too far out. You're inviting her, she's accepting these invitations, but she herself is not thinking that far out still. James, I have the Page of Cups. This indicates that she's just kind of flitting from day to day. I don't even know if flitting is the right word. Spirit likes to give me words that I don't normally use, but they're saying flitting. Yeah. Darting, dancing, skipping into day to day. So I feel like for her, it's not a major priority to focus on like the future or what's next. And I will say, James, too, that she'll get there, but I think that just is a part of her personality as well. You're going to be the one in the relationship where it's like, well, we want to save for a house, so you're going to have to be the one putting the plans in motion, thinking about like taking the lead on what are our goals, what do we want to do, and kind of just like letting her follow your lead with that, because I think that's not even like a part of her personality either. But as far as in the relationship, it still seems like she's just enjoying day to day. She's not thinking too far out right now, so she will get to that point, but only to a certain extent. I feel like that's just not her thing. How is she feeling? She is feeling good right now, James. I was gonna say, is she at the party with you? Yeah, if she's at the party with you, well, regardless, she's having a good time. I have the Three of Cups, so she's either hanging out with friends, she's hanging out with you, she's doing something kind of nice for herself. Like there's some type of feeling of social. Sorry if you can hear my cat screaming. There's a feeling of being social, but more than anything it's doing something that makes you happy. So I feel like right now, especially in currently, she's doing something that makes her feel good, or that she likes to do, or that she's enjoying herself. As far as the relationship, I think that she's here celebrating you, celebrating your connection. I have the Six of Wands, so she feels like things are going really well right now. This card does indicate that she could be riding on a high at the moment, literally or figuratively. And I feel like she feels like you guys are getting on well. I also have the Two of Cups here. So, as we all know, that just means that you guys are like getting on well. There's attraction, maybe even affection. This definitely feels like, to conclude your reading. Oh, I have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I love that. Lots of things about celebrating and socializing here. But to conclude your reading, it does feel like to me she's in this place of enjoying her time with you, and she's not putting pressure on herself or putting pressure on you. She just is like here for the moment. I don't think that she's thinking too far ahead right now. But it's good things. It's all good things. How will things go for us when we go to Myrtle Beach in June? So, James, have you told her about the trip yet? Is this something she knows about? How will things go for them? How will things go for them? Passionate. I'm hearing a word in my head. Oh, it is ardent. What does that mean? Avid, zealous, eager, intense, fiery. Yeah, that's the vibe. Sincerity. I feel like she's genuinely going to enjoy herself. I feel like there's some time sneaking away together. Knight of Wands and Seven of Swords. This feels like a solo trip. And by solo, I mean like the two of you together. No one else is around. I don't foresee you like knowing someone in Myrtle Beach and like hanging out with them a lot or anything like this. This feels like more like an intimate time together. Reconnection. So I know that you guys are in each other's lives. So when I say reconnection, I don't mean like you're coming back together after like a distance or time apart. I'm not really like necessarily saying that specifically, but I'm saying maybe like you guys are like finding each other again. Like you're connecting, you're reconnecting on a deeper level. You're figuring out like why you guys fell into this connection in the first place. It's like sometimes we just need to reconnect with our partners. Sometimes we just need like those times together to date each other, to just enjoy ourselves, to not really worry about the bullshit all around. Just like, let's get back to connection. Let's get back to favorite pastimes, or talking about memories, or doing things that we love, that we share together. I feel like that's kind of what that is there. How things go. Shedding the old. Yeah, shedding the old. In with the new, out with the old kind of vibe. For some reason, I'm getting a specific image of you guys like sharing food together. Like, you're just like, oh, this is really good. You want to try it? Or something like that. I don't know. That might happen. I feel like it's like sharing food or sharing a drink you got, or I don't know. There's a lot of like wanting to, whatever you're experiencing, James, you want her to share in that feeling with you, or you want her to share in that experience. And maybe even vice versa. So I feel like it's like, if you're going to go jet skiing, you want her to be there. If she gets really good fried shrimp, she wants you to try it. Like it's definitely the center of this trip is shared experiences. So that is what I have for you, James. Next up, I have Paula. What can Spirit advise me about Alex? Star, please leave your question with me in the chat. I'm going to be with you shortly. Hey, Paula, thank you for still being here. All right, what can you advise Paula about Alex? I'm so glad you're here. What can you advise Paula about Alex? Paula, I forgot to tell you, even though my lists are closed, if you want to donate for a follow-up, I will honor that. I typically, even though my lists are closed, whoever's still on the donation list, I allow them to continue to donate if they want to. Obviously, that's not an expectation, but I wanted you to know that if you want to, you can. Because you're my last reading of the night for donations. Okay. What can Spirit advise Paula about Alex, please? What can Spirit advise Paula about Alex? So a time to give rather than take. So Paula, it's important that Alex is the one to really be the one putting in the effort and the energy into this relationship right now. You should not be doing anything. I feel like you've been doing a lot of giving, even if it just means that you've been putting your mental thought and power behind the energy towards him, or just spending a lot of time like giving to him mentally or even physically. I'm not sure if you guys are still in communication right now, but I feel like Spirit is saying it's time for him to show up for you. He needs to be the one. So basically Spirit's like, don't give any more to him than you have. Like, just let that go. Let him be the one to come for you. He needs to be the one to be bold and make the first move. They are saying expect powerful change. I have new moon eclipse, so I feel like there's something surprising or unexpected that's going to come from this connection. I am getting that there's a new romantic cycle ahead for for yourself, for your love life, but I want to confirm that is with him really quickly. Is this new romantic cycle with Alex for Paula? Can you please show me when? All right, so I have the Two of Wands. So with tarot and timing, that is, oh wow. Okay, so I think this can happen very soon, Paula, is that this person's going to communicate with you. The timing actually was March 21st to March 30th. So whenever I see a past date, like a date that has just passed or recently passed, that indicates to me that this has been a long time coming, that he is procrastinating. This is something that should have already come to pass, meaning that when he communicates with you, this is something that should have already been done. So it's something that he has made a decision on back in March or before that even, that he was going to communicate with you, and he just keeps chickening out or putting it off. Two of Wands can mean 2 days to 2 weeks. So I feel like very, very quick, fiery energy. I do feel like it's going to happen this year. Now, the very, very long game of that would be in the fall because Wands typically indicate fall season. However, I don't think it's going to take that long. I definitely think it's going to be more in the like couple of weeks that you're going to hear from him range. It's definitely something that he's already decided to do and he just keeps putting it off. The Hangman is here talking about delays. So just know that this has already been decided. This is already something that he's wanting to do and he just keeps putting it off and putting it off. Maybe for fear of rejection. But I think that's why I'm getting that it's time for him to give instead of to take, and it's time for you to let him be the one to give because he needs to rise up. Do you know what I mean? Like he needs to get that courage himself. He can't rely on you to constantly being the one that's trying to like do something with this relationship. He needs to like, for lack of better words, he needs to I'm trying to think of like an expression, but grow some balls, I guess, for a lack of better words. He needs to be the one to put forth this effort towards you. So you just be a pretty awesome, beautiful, kind person that you are. Just kind of like let him come to you. Oh, he did? What? He did reach out back in February. Yeah, so the exact dates were March 21st to March 30th. But yeah, I feel like he definitely needs to be the one to communicate with you. So don't you put yourself out there. He needs to be the one to do it. Do you have any follow-up questions? You're welcome. My cats just took like the stinkiest shit ever. And now my whole house smells so freaking bad right now. Oh my god, it's horrible. Thank you, Paula. Oh, I should probably take this off the screen, huh? Oh, you donated for another question? Okay. Sorry, I missed it. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Paula. I'm gonna go put my kitties to bed. Oh, Paula, I do see it. Go ahead. While I go put them to bed, I'm gonna have you post your question. And Star, if you're here, please also post your question. Are you guys ready for bed? You ready for bed? Come on. You ready to sleep? I'll leave here. Except for we are getting so close. Gosh, dang. The pews look awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of work. This is the best part because now it's all the finishing touches are starting to happen. Right there. Paula, I'll be right there. Hold on. Sorry, that took me a second. Okay, back to your reading. Let me get myself situated here. Okay, what should I... Star, if you're here, this is the last time I'm going to call on you for your reading. So, Star, make sure that you are checking in with me. I've called on you a couple of times. In order to get your free reading, you have to be here. Remember, you have to be present. All right, what should I expect in love for the month of October, the month of September? Oh, wow, that's kind of far out. Okay, something going on in September. What should she expect in love for the month of September? You have a big decision to make in September, Paula. This could indicate whether or not to enter a relationship with someone or a commitment. Someone could be proposing to you in September, and you're having to decide whether or not to say yes or no. This could be whether or not you're going to move in with someone. There's a big decision in September that's going to happen. My hope is that it's not whether or not to break up with someone, but there's a big decision regarding your love life in September. I constantly am seeing in your readings that you're always deciding between someone else, like between two people. I feel like there's always two people after you at a time, and that card can also indicate that as well. But bottom line, big decision to make in love in September. Spirit is saying to have patience with yourself during this time. Don't rush into anything you're not ready for. Be very aware of your feelings when making any decisions in September. What should she expect in love in the month of September? Aw, happy birthday, early birthday. You a Virgo or a Libra? What should she expect? You might have a move, Paula. This might be what I'm predicting is like some type of move. The Six of Swords talks about moving forward, moving on, even traveling or moving to a new house or to a new place. There could be an opportunity for you to go somewhere other than where you're currently at. Maybe this is a trip between you and a lover. Maybe someone that you're dating. You and him go on a date, like a vacation together. I feel like you're getting either a lot. It's either quantity over quality or vice versa. But I think you're getting gifted very big in September. So either a lot of people are celebrating you in September and everyone's thinking of you around your birthday. Star, you can post your question. And so you're just getting a lot of like adoration in September. Or it could also indicate like a very big thing that someone's going to give to you. A very big gift. Yeah, vacation. It kind of feels like vacation too, a little bit. I'm feeling like in love, you feel like you're finally getting your payoff. So the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like in September, you might really start to feel like things are aligning for you in your love life. Like everything you've been waiting for is finally starting to happen. You're starting to see like little pieces, like little signs of like every once in a while you'll be like, wow, like this is what I wanted to happen and it's happening. And it seems like a lot of manifestations are coming true for you in September, or maybe even, around September. And I think there will be public acknowledgement for you, Paula, in September for a relationship. So I feel like there's someone that wants to take you out in public. You might be being introduced to new family or friends. Um, you might be changing your relationship status in September. There's some type of like public recognition. It could also indicate that if you're on social media, you and this special person are posting on social media about one another. Basically, the relationship is not secret. You guys are intentionally flaunting your relationship publicly. And that's the last card that I have for you. You have an idea. Ooh, I like it. You're welcome, Paula. Absolutely. Um, it's so funny. We always feel such a kinship to our birth months. At least I feel that way. Um, your birthday always feels like a special month in the year, and I definitely feel like your cards are reflecting that as well. Thank you, Paula. Okay, I'm shuffling for star now, and then I'm going to be signing off for the night. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for always being such a positive energy in our live streams here. I appreciate you. You're so special. Thank you so much. Okay. Star. I feel like it's difficult for you and James to have fertile ground right now, meaning that it's just not good conditions for a relationship to thrive. I feel like your commitment to this person is being tested, and maybe things feel kind of tough right now. I pulled a void of course moon, which says nothing will happen with this situation or nothing will come of the situation with James. So it might be better for you to try, at a minimum, kind of distancing yourself from this person if you're not already, and trying to maybe see what else is out there. But I know that that's hard. It's easier said than done, especially when you love someone. I feel like there's a dream in your heart. There's something that you want, like out of a relationship. It's like you know what you want it to look like. And I feel like Spirit is saying don't give up on that. Just because it might not be happening with the person that you want, don't let go of the idea of what it is you want in a relationship because it's not working with the person you have feelings for. There's something else here with that. Hold on. Okay, so they're saying another thing is too is that sometimes we have these big dreams and we have these big plans, and those things start to get diluted or muted because we're trying to like fit a square into a circle or a circle into a square. We're trying to make something happen and it's just not fitting right. And they're saying that whenever you have a desire for something or you have a dream in your heart, it's there for a reason. It's supposed to push you to find what you're looking for. And They just don't want you to try to like convert or reconstruct or disregard certain aspects of a relationship that you desire to have just because it's not working with one person in particular. It could still be out there for you, just maybe not with them. Let's see what James is feeling. What is James feeling? Oh, I just saw you said we haven't spoken in a while. Yeah. What is James feeling for Star? What is James feeling for Star? So I'm getting for you to hold your vision. They really just don't want you to let go of what you want in your heart. They are saying that a situation is going to resolve itself for you. So potentially maybe like maybe someone new is going to come in for you and it's going to help you be able to move on from this person. What is James feeling for Star, please? What is James? I'm so sorry. You tried over and over. See, I'm pulling the King of Swords, so I feel like for him, he's thinking very logically at this time. He's not thinking with his emotional side. That can mean that James is coming across kind of harsh or blunt. Even when you guys were in communication, he could just be like very cold with his words, and it feels like he doesn't have feelings, or he's making decisions based off of what's realistic or what he wants rather than considering how you're feeling. Let me know if that resonates for you. And I feel like because this card is showing up, it's showing that he's still in that headspace. I do feel like he thought you guys would have been a good match at one point, but he thinks now you guys are just too different. Like there's too many differences here. It doesn't seem like either of you were really happy. There were feelings, you know, Ace of Cups, but it doesn't seem like either of you were very happy in this relationship. There may have been a desire for him to, he wanted to change you wanted to change him or something like that. Maybe it was maybe it was like both sides. Maybe it was like that on both sides, not just one-sided. But it feels like there was just like a lot you guys were trying to make work and it wasn't working. I also see here with the Two of Swords like a feeling like you're at a stalemate, which means that you don't really have the capacity or clarity to make the proper decision. So things just kind of can fizzle out. If you know, keep in mind, if you know that this is what was going on, you can take this message. But if this was never a problem for you, then I don't want you to take it. I'm just interpreting the card as I'm seeing it. So for example, he could have felt like there was a divided loyalty. Maybe he felt like he never really knew where he stood with you, or you never really knew where you stood with him. And maybe he wondered if you were dating someone else, or you wondered if he was interested in someone else. It just never really felt like there was like you guys were able to fully invest into one another. And that's the message that I'm getting. So to conclude your reading, Star, it feels like this is someone that has no intention to change, at least right now. And I think you're noticing that too with his actions. And it's important for you to do what you can to find what you're looking for. Try not to be so focused and sad about the fact that it's not working out with this person, and try to think of how exciting it's going to be when you find what you're looking for, even if it's not with him. focus more on the positive, focus on the love and the companionship and the compatibility and the loving feelings and the affection and the attraction that you can feel for someone. It doesn't end with James. And I know that you know that, but sometimes it's hard to remember. It doesn't end with him. You can find what you're looking for with someone else. So instead of focusing on how it's not working with them, especially if you've had time to grieve this relationship, it's probably time to try to start thinking about where this can go in your love life. I do, hell yes. I do feel like there's a change coming for you. And it seems to me there is still some healing to be done. But I think you might be getting to a point where you can start putting yourself out there at least sometime this year. Just not really even to not even really to like find something, just to get yourself out there, enjoy someone else's company, and just like at least get that feeling that it doesn't stop with him, you know? So that is where I'm gonna leave it with you, Star. I hope you enjoyed your reading with me tonight. I do readings multiple times a week. I do free readings like at the beginning of almost every single live stream. So they're free, yes, no questions. So definitely come back. And then I offer a giveaway like I did with you tonight. That's another opportunity to get a free reading with me. And I'm here usually between 4 and 5 days a week. This week was a little light because I needed to disconnect and put some self-care into my own self, but most of the time you'll see me work a full work week. So, definitely come back. It was good seeing you. I don't know who else is still in here, but I hope you guys enjoyed another live stream with me tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. I'm planning on taking probably Monday and Tuesday off. I'll have to kind of see how things go with that, but I'm starting to shift more into working on the weekends and taking Monday, Tuesdays off. So we'll see. We'll see. But you guys should see me tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Have a good night. Bye bye.